You're sitting at a stoplight in your used sedan, feeling like you're failing at life. Next to you is a brand new $80,000 SUV. You see their European vacation photos on Instagram, you see the designer bags and the huge house, and you think, what am I doing wrong? How can everyone else afford this? Here is the truth that will keep you up at night. The math for the standard American dream doesn't just not add up, it's actually terrifying. Most of what you see isn't wealth, it's a stage play. It's a house of cards held together by record-high debt and secret family checks. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the fake rich, because once you see how the machine actually works, you'll realize you aren't falling behind. You're the only one who is actually safe. The comparison crisis, the trap of the middle class. We live in a world where everyone is performing. We call it lifestyle theater. It's the act of spending every dollar you have, and many dollars you don't have, to look like you've made it. Think about your neighborhood. You see the nice cars in the driveways. You see the expensive renovations. It feels like everyone is winning a game that you weren't invited to play. But there's a massive difference between a high income and high net worth. A person might make $200,000 a year, but if they spend $205,000 to keep up the act, they are actually poorer than a teacher who makes $50,000 and saves $5,000. We've been trained to compare our insides to everyone else's outsides. You know your own bills, you know your own stress, but you only see their highlight reel. You're comparing your bank account to their credit card limit. That is a recipe for misery. It makes you feel like a failure for being responsible. It makes you want to go out and buy a car you can't afford just to stop feeling less than. But here's the scary part. According to LendingTree, a huge number of people making over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. They are one flat tire or one missed bonus away from total ruin. They aren't rich. They are just high-level consumers in a very expensive trap. The three hidden pillars of the look. If the math doesn't work, how is the bill being paid? Most of the lifestyles that make you feel jealous are built on three hidden pillars. Pillar 1. The debt bridge. Americans now owe over $1.13 trillion in credit card debt. That is a 1 followed by 12 zeros. Credit cards have become a bridge that people use to cross the gap between what they earn and what they want. Then there's the 72-month car loan. People are signing up to pay for a car for 6 or 7 years just to keep the monthly payment low enough to fit in their budget. They don't own the car, they're just renting it from the bank while the value drops every single day. Pillar 2. The Invisible Subsidies. This is the part no one talks about at dinner parties. A lot of young wealth is actually old wealth. It's a secret check from mom and dad. It's the down payment on the house that was a gift. It's the inheritance that paid off the student loans. There is nothing wrong with family help, but when you compare your unaided life to someone else's subsidized life, you're playing a rigged game. You're trying to run a race while they're riding an electric bike that their parents bought them. Pillar 3. Extreme fragility. This is the most terrifying pillar. Many people have a successful lifestyle that is incredibly brittle. They have the house and the car, but they have zero boring assets, no emergency fund, no retirement, no cushion. If they lose their job, the whole thing vanishes in 30 days. They are living in a beautiful house that is actually a prison. They can't quit, they can't pivot, they can't breathe. They are slaves to the look. Income versus wealth. We have to change how we define success. In our modern world, we've confused spending with wealth. In the famous book The Millionaire Next Door, the authors found that most actual millionaires don't look like millionaires. They drive used cars. They live in modest houses. They buy their clothes at normal stores. They are what the book calls under-accumulators of wealth, people who make a lot but keep very little. True wealth is invisible. Wealth is the money you don't spend. It's the freedom to say no. It's the ability to sleep through a recession because you know your bills are covered for a year. Lifestyle theater is the opposite. It's loud budgeting, spending everything to prove you have something. It's a hobby, and it's the most expensive hobby in the world. When you see someone in a brand new $100,000 truck, you aren't looking at $100,000 of wealth. You are looking at $100,000 that is gone. It's spent. It's a liability that costs them money every month in gas, insurance, and interest. If you have $10,000 in a boring savings account, you are technically wealthier than the person in the $100,000 truck who has a $110,000 loan. You have options. They have obligations. Spotting the fake rich. Want to stop feeling jealous? Learn to spot the signs that a lifestyle is a house of cards. Here are 3 major red flags. Red flag 1. The high-end car at a low-end rental. If you see a $90,000 car parked at an apartment complex where the rent is cheap, you're looking at a life priority error. That person is spending 60% of their income on a metal box that sits in a parking lot. That isn't wealth. It's a desperate cry for status. Red flag 2. Extreme stress over small bills. Watch how people react when a dinner bill is split or a small unexpected expense comes up. If someone lives in $1 million home but panics over a $50 parking ticket or a $100 repair, their lifestyle is maxed out. They have no margin. Their life is a high-speed engine with no oil. It's only a matter of time before it seizes up. Red flag 3. The lack of boring assets. Ask someone about their favorite investment. If they talk about hype assets, like a specific car they hope will go up in value or a sure thing crypto coin, but they don't have a 401k or a boring savings account, they are gambling, not building. Real wealth is built on boring things that grow slowly. Fake wealth is built on big wins that rarely happen. Building invisible wealth. So, how do you escape the trap? You move from being a consumer to being a steward. A consumer sees money as a tool to buy things. Their goal is to maximize their stuff. A steward sees money as a tool to buy time. Their goal is to maximize their freedom. To build invisible wealth, you have to be okay with looking average. You have to be okay with your friends thinking you're doing okay, while you're secretly becoming a millionaire in the dark. Step 1. Kill the comparison. Unfollow the flex accounts. Stop looking at the SUV in the next lane. Remind yourself that you don't know their debt-to-income ratio. You only know yours. Step 2. Build the boring base. Get your emergency fund set up. Max out your retirement. These things aren't cool. You can't post a picture of your Roth IRA on Instagram and get 1,000 likes. But your Roth IRA will feed you when you're 70. Your designer shoes will be in a landfill. Step 3. Buy assets, not liabilities. Before you buy something, ask, will this make me money or cost me money? If it costs you money, it's a treat. Treat yourself, but don't let your treats eat your future. The steward mindset. The next time you feel that sting of jealousy when you see someone else's flashy lifestyle, take a deep breath. Remember the lifestyle theater. Remember the $1.13 trillion in debt. Remember the fragility. You aren't failing because you don't have the $80,000 SUV. You're winning because you don't have the $80,000 problem. Real wealth isn't about what you drive. It's about how well you sleep. It's about knowing that if the world turned upside down tomorrow, you'd be just fine. Are you ready to stop performing and start building? Are you going to be a consumer or are you going to be a steward? Drop a comment below with the one boring asset you're building this year. Let's stop being terrified of our neighbors' lives and start being proud of our own.